Any a year energy policy analyst, Uraben is here, who knows precisely the genesis of this whole confusion with the company. Ben, good morning, Bibi Aboko, dear.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Namiado,
Weekend Dinico, yeah.
Namiado.
Now, ADNT sector players within this industry, as I still now what is happening with the cylinder manufacturing company? And commerce, they say, you be the ways to see a new medi, me and ma resign, accusation and allegation and counter allegation.
Mr. Speaker, your problem, no, in most of the sector agencies, ministries, no. Fundamentally, no, has to do with how appointments are done.
Okay.
Because over sector agencies, no, any ministries now, will be what presidency, no, directly, and appointing the paneseko head a particular sector agency. The authority, no, and said the minister in some.
Okay.
Authority, no, free president, and it's a minister biba na ono sususe or no. More policy alignment and no conflict be at to her Madam Francis Sena. I think Obaho before ministry no before
Napo, yes, exactly.
Matthew Opoku Prempeba. And she be an honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeba no. Or her Madam Francis Sen ne policy direction. The vision for cylinder manufacturing company. The opposite do. Now, okay, ministry no, and also the direction and boy blackaka, and there's a bit of conflict somewhere. And you know, at this Tawan, but you make me a kind and they say sometimes it shouldn't be personal in managing state-owned entities or in managing ministries. At the end of the day, you know, I do want to buy per se, what you mean. And this Obi. No, any personal issues be na say nebutaye no I see the niso no any wo de no e ko benkromu a we should do away with the personalization of issues and solve problems they will say solve within the industry, because the energy sector, especially with respect to cylinder and LPG, has become an issue in Ghana here, and I think that this is not the time these confrontations. We see here. This is the time and keep it to me harness your various resources, that is human resources, to the betterment of this particular industry than this sebi fighting who I am Ghana mine.
I see. But the genesis of it, and it's you want a different state-owned agency to take over the management of the cylinder manufacturing company. The president tells you that no, that was not what the president discussed with her prior to the appointment. President Kachre and they said, there is a failing state-owned company. I want you to go and revive it. And that was solely the responsibility of Mampenyi Edishen on the 14th of February 2017. At the time, I had an appointment and Krata didn't be at the mano. So, Oba as minister, now you want to align with another state agency. What ought to be done for that takeoff not to be very smooth without we seeing some of this HSR Abba say?
As America said, fundamentally, it depends. Like your problem, fundamentally, not only LPI, Ghana Cylinder, and then Ministry of Energy. A lot of ministries and sector agencies under them, appointment or appointing authority, and delegation and as authority, and as a vision, or no, President appointing, and President Emmanuel setting. Key performance indicators, KPI, say on fine. And this is a president, the Amano, not the minister Biba. The minister also goes contrary to the president, the Amana. 10 years hard in the band. Me, I will even suggest that sometimes some of these sector agencies in their appointments, there was also a consultation with the minister so that on no being so any bit my not a focus no Naya Yenisa. Say, but the ministry also minister, say, you didn't power for the bar. But let's look at the Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company Limited. I think we share state ownership reports for 2020 because 2021 the MIR, 2019, 2018, that particular entity, and said I'm functioning well. Meaning to be what 10 over things at that particular entity. Yeah, I don't know. But if you look at the state ownership report of 2020, for example, I think that particular entity was in a debt about 5 million Ghana cedis or so. Any entity, to me, a Juma, my Ghana. And it is so because over the board structure of Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company, normally we put politicians there who might not even have the knowledge and expertise of how LPG can be used to expand the operation of Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company. Because since 2017, Ghana buying say of a cylinder recirculation model. Sanga Ghana buying to implement a cylinder recirculation model. And no crano, ebema Ghana cylinder manufacturing, that particular company no obe expanding the production because it was seeing a cylinder to meet that particular policy requirement. But you to implement it. You to implement it or no so no industry more or compete with other private cylinder manufacturers. Acquire the but the bet me say Madam, they say or no so are resigning. That is a positive note I must commend here because hardly Ghana had no better yes so be sector minister be resigned is very, very hardly. But why are they so resigning? The new person Urban was confrontation and we should spell out certain key performance indicators are a bit me ama particular entity we know.
Okay, but how should the minister as well supervise the agencies? Say, is the minister really responsible in ensuring the day-to-day running of such agencies and companies? No, or you'll be obeying me at the and in the nimni BBR association said there be me pay way once probably so to speak the agencies have their core values and then objectives are one more every year Juma with other technocrats one more a year Juma.
In the normal circumstances, but even there's another problem somewhere because sometimes with the state-owned entities here, you ask yourself, who do they even report? Because we have another entity called big authority, I know, State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA.
Yes.
They are supposed to report to SIGA. They are supposed to report to their ministry or their sector ministry. So we have to solve it. They almost say when they was all reported to. And now they are not supposed to report to anybody, but they are supposed to comply with the vision and missions I had set in this particular organization for a particular country. Okay. So open Ghana Cylinder already know they have their laid down vision, they have their mission, they have certain
objectives of the year,
objectives and even long-term objectives. This is appointed now. And they realize this, so we to achieve this particular objective. And that is what we should look at. Wow. So the minister, because of some policy direction, who bet me the policy not as they say I ain't bet you achieve objectives. And that should be the link. Because minister, they are not an implementing agency or implementation. What the NSA, what the direction they be. So direction is a implementing cylinder manufacturing Ghana cylinder recirculation model with the MPA. That is your vision because by 2030 we achieve 50% of household penetration of LPG usage. Sebia, 50% being used LPG. So vision is bread by 2030 now. Then you call on the cylinder manufacturing company, a cylinder manufacturing company. This is the vision of this particular ministry, or this is the policy direction of this ministry. So, again, I also bet to me, based on functional objective, establish so that you realize this particular objective. And that is how we should go. But Kumano, and yes, new law, Obiaba, emotions, personalization of issues, I think that they lay down principles, they lay down bureaucracies, they lay down established functions. So that's a good function. For example, say, Mami Kase na Bia Kase, Minister Nene because of say objective be realize. You who say no, any personalization. But if it happens that Obi Pewasem, Obi Town, Obi, I think that a Jumakesi is no M1 of my Ghana. Yema book Ninya Juma, Yema the NTI established organization in Yajuma. That's why your minister now you link your policy direction with that particular implementing agency, so that at least at the end of the day, when you achieve aim, no be a funny baby.
But how about the allegations that you perceive you me free ho na ye dey for ba said ye be a woman bet me edidi. At what point in time should we be eating from state-owned agencies?
And that is very, very bad to hear some of these things. Or person odi ni nipa bi ba. Na ye needy. You see that when you hear ye needy na akoya say I think that ye yanya mambo na can say mambo for or more pe or my asem. And that is very, very bad because at the end of the day no any kwan say ohe obia oye nipa oni be chadi. And was say ohe obia obetumi aye adwuma no abo my Ghana. Was the lady serving well? Was she performing well? The underperformance of Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company is any fault. These are things you should ask. Say any fault, why fault? Say any fault, I'll bet me. I can say, okay, mommy, you say, because the company has been underperforming, no? You know, yes, from that. But so when I say any fault, I would even say personalization, you would be wouldn't bet me a charity, Abesho. And what Chadisana M1. So I think that if that particular allegation and the press minister Nekokani by say or per se another amenity by this minister and person audio beer or the me actually is an unfortunate comment and I don't think that was on my Ghana no Yebenya minister bisa I don't think Honorable Matthew Kuku would think that way. But if he did, then I think it is an unfortunate incident also. But I know that say OJ and so which I know OJ Kessben Ompe Obia say no pressure will be on much idea. Also, Obia obit me a year to my pa and they are my God. On Obia obit me a year to say the Mamia not that you know evaluate the suspension on the forced resignation of that Mamia. Yes, later I say, okay, Mamma crisis I need both no buy no what you mean. Numa papa bia beto akwan Ghana Cylinder ma neno Ghana Cylinder nke ni ma na kankwa no bono neno wa be profitable neno perform well ne wa expand ne o grow or survive in a better way na ya kanisa but so odi ni panepa na ni pane be worse saying the ma bia ya and the na animguase e de ma no.
You think the woman has done worse at the company and
so you see performance, no. Normally, I think, and I must commend Speaker for bringing a new performance indicator or measurement. Performance, normally, no. Performance, I have two sides. You look at the growth and you look at the development aspect of it.
Okay.
In terms of structure of that particular entity, no. Entity, no. I grew, I profitable. I'm making a lot of output. In the initial stages, no. We are not also the structure of the organization or certain processes they produce cylinders in the organization and no development. So to me Emma company no develop be that you know the profitability yeah why are here output no kwana so profitability and as a performance based on growth obeka so ma me no buy a crowd bobo kabia to and debt you know company no grow and a company profit losses lenya manema obekanisa but yana oko maameno structure wabesisa no niema bia wabesisa no ho na in terms of development no in the coming years no a bit mama make profit and I say bit mama company na perform well in the name no kasa we state ownership report America na 2018 the company did not perform well, 2019 did not, 2020 did not, maybe 2021 in May, maybe 2021 are performing well. But what I can say is that we should not judge her based on the statistical performance of that particular company. We should judge her maybe qualitatively. But to me, as a son, you may be in the next 5 years or 6 years, company no ebe company pa magana fujina ani agino nti ebe di se bitumi ajeje ne se wa ya dia na wa nya de.
Okay. Ben, mama now was here no pay. I'm grateful for time. Right. Okay. And Ben Insia energy policy analyst and Adope Benino and the Bringing us to 6 after 8. This is Kessben. We're diving deeper into